What's up everyone, welcome back and thank you for watching. For this makeup tutorial, I'm going to be recreating a look that I posted on Instagram a little while ago. So I created this look using all cream eyeshadows, cream stick eyeshadows. I used the Laura Mercier Caviar stick eye colors, and actually if you guys remember in one of my recent videos, I think my all nude makeup tutorial, I was complaining that I couldn't find a good cream eyeshadow that was a nice neutral nude shade, and this is it. I found it. This is one of the new matte shades. It's called Caramel, so this is one of the colors that I used. In the Instagram picture, it's kind of a little more editorial. I didn't use any mascara or anything, but I made it a little bit more dramatic for the tutorial. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the look and just keep watching to see how I created it. So I'm beginning with a bare moisturized face, and the first thing I'm going to apply is my Nourishing primer from Makeup Forever. For my foundation, I'm going in with one of my fall favorites. This is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. I'm using the color Suntan here, and this is going to give me a full coverage and a matte finish, but it's more of like a velvety matte, and for a full coverage foundation, it really still looks and breathes like skin. It's not overwhelming and dry, it's still very weightless, and it still allows my skin to glow. Now to conceal and brighten, I'm going to take my Naked Skin Concealer by Urban Decay. This is the color Medium. I'm going to apply this under my eyes, all the way to the outer corner, and just kind of cover the center of my face so I get that nice brightness in the center. And lately, I've been in the habit of using a smaller, dense brush to blend out my concealer. It just gives me a little more control and really lets me get into those inner corners to blend that out nicely. And I haven't done this in a while, but I'm going to use the same concealer in a deeper shade to contour. This, of course, is going into the same spots, hollows of my cheekbones, around my hairline. I'm not using too much because the concealer tends to be a little heavier, so just use a little bit less if you're using concealer to contour. And especially for the nose, I'm just going to use 3 little dots. You really want to use less because if you over contour your nose, you run the risk of actually drawing more attention to your nose. So I'm just keeping it really light and just blending this out with my finger. And to set my concealer areas, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder. This is the translucent, but it does come in colors as well. This is a favorite for a lot of people. It's been one of my favorites for a long time. It just gives a really natural finish, and I apply very conservatively just to the places where I tend to crease, which is just under my eyes because I still want to give my face that glow. And staying with the cream theme, I'm going to use a cream blush from ColourPop. This is a good neutral shade that will blend really nicely with my contour. So I'm just going to use a foundation brush to pat this into my cheeks. This is one of the reasons I'm very conservative about how much I use powder. I don't put it all over my face because if you follow up with a cream or liquid product over powder, it looks kind of cakey. And for my highlight, I'm also using another cream product. This is kind of like one of those cushion products. It's by Lancome. It is a beautiful color. I'm just going to use my finger to apply this. You can use a sponge or a brush if you wanted to, but with my finger, I just feel like it blends really well with my skin. I'm just going to focus this at the high points of my cheekbones and extend it all the way out past the outer corner of my eyes and a little bit into my brow bone as well. And to set this and give it just an all-over glow, I'm going to use the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Be careful with this. If you use too much, it does end up looking a little slick, so don't use too much. Now the skin is done, we can move on to the eyes. Now for this look, I'm going to start with the brows because I want a really bold brow look. So I'm going to use my Benefit Brow Pencil and first just brush up my brows and sort of place them the way I want them. And then I'm just going to start making small hash marks just to kind of mimic the brow hairs, mostly in the front and at the top of my brows. With brows, you just kind of have to be patient because it takes a while to just keep drawing those tiny lines and get the brows to look the way you want them to. And once you're done filling in, of course, just give them a brush through once more with the spoolie just to make sure they look as natural as possible. I am going to do one more step for the brows. I'm going to use my Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer just to set them and very, very lightly just lighten them a little bit. And now for the eyeshadow, I'm using a combination of the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick Eye Color. I'm using matte and shimmer. For my first color, this is going to be my base. It's also my favorite color. It's called Caramel. I'm going to apply this all over my lid, from my lash line to the inner corner, all the way up to the crease. And then I'm just going to use a flat brush to blend it all out and blend it upward. And I'm using kind of a lot of this color because this is going to be my base color that I'm going to blend all the other colors over. Next up, I'm going in with one of the shimmer caviar sticks. This is called Cocoa, and I'm going to start at the inner corner of my crease and just draw sort of an arc all the way across. So this is basically just, and it doesn't have to be clean or neat because of course I'm going to go right in and start blending this out as my crease color. And these are incredibly smooth and soft, very blendable, which is rare for a stick eye color. So once you put them on, they're very blendable, but once they dry, they're practically bulletproof. They will stay on. So I'm just gonna make sure to get this blended out really well so I don't have any harsh lines left. And I'm actually going to take my brush, dip into it, and start applying Cocoa to my bottom lash line as well. It's just going to give me a soft smoky effect. And now for the darkest shade, I'm going in with the Caviar stick in Smoke, and I'm applying very little of this, mostly to the outer V area of my crease and my lid. And then again, just with a brush, I'm going to start very carefully blending that out so I don't lose too much of the darkness, but I get that nice shape. So again, applying at that outer V, starting at the lash line and extending up into the crease just a little bit. And then just blending out, making sure not to get this color too much into the actual lid because we want to keep that nice and light. So I'm just going to apply a light layer of mascara to my top and bottom lashes. Doesn't have to be, I mean, you could add false lashes if you wanted to, but personally I want to keep this looking like a very easy, everyday smoky look. So I'm just going to leave the natural lashes and I'm not going to do too much with them. And finally for the lips, I want to keep this easy too, so I'm just going to go in with a gloss. This is the Vivid Hot Lacquer by Maybelline. The color is called Unreal. It's just a nice, versatile, nude, very glossy lip gloss. And that's it for this easy, everyday smoky eye. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.